Today, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Christmas, but about one of my favorite characters in the Christmas story who I think is maybe a little bit of an unsung hero. Today, on Tofer's Take. So, the Christmas story is filled with iconic characters, from the Bible. You have the shepherds, you have the wise men. I've heard plenty of stories about those guys. You got, Mary. Again, there's plenty of sermons to be preached on Mary. We don't hear, about Joseph too often. Which, is kind of a shame because I really think we should hear about him more than we do. And I'm going to tell you, some thoughts I have on him today. Like, one of the more amazing things, I've found about him is, yeah, he was, Christ's earthly father, but he didn't have to be. I mean, when we first meet him in Matthew's Gospel, he is trying to quietly put Mary away. I mean, yeah, he finds out she's pregnant, and instead of getting the equivalent to a divorce, he's just trying to keep her respect and keep his in a bad situation. He did not have to go through with the marriage. He had an out, if you will. He had a reason not to do it. But he did it. Why? We'll get into that in one moment. But man, what a foreshadowing there. I mean, God did not have to send Christ, into this world. But he did it, out of an act of love and mercy. And we see that same, in my opinion, we see that same love and mercy, or similar, reflected in Joseph's decision to, stay with Mary. So why did he do it? Because an angel told him to in a dream. You see, Joseph means dreamer in the language of the day. The language that the Bible is written, it means dreamer. And we don't forget about that when it comes to the Old Testament Joseph, Joseph, Prince of Dreams. And, he was known for the dreams he had and being able to interpret them. In the New Testament, Joseph still means dreamer. We have recorded, 4 dreams that Joseph had. And I would argue all 4 of them were about where Joseph should go. Now I'm going to skip the first one for one moment and circle back to it. But the second one was get out of Bethlehem. The third one, go to Egypt, get out of Egypt and return home. Fourth one, don't return home just yet. And the first one I said, gave him direction. And while it wasn't a physical direction, it was more of a mental or, spiritual direction. Dude, it's okay to take Mary as your wife. The thing, is cool with God. And that's the TPV, but the Tofer paraphrased version. And I wonder, I think God still speaks to us in dreams today. I wonder how many of us are seeking God's direction through our dreams, though. Whether it's something as simple as get out of town, or this is the direction I want you to take in your life. Are we still open to receiving God's direction in our dreams. Now, I'm not saying all dreams, because some dreams could be, indigestion, but something I've been thinking about. Because the idea of the dreams are kind of, and following God or God speaking to us in dreams, are woven in and out of the Nativity story. I mean, you have the dreams of Mary, the vision of Mary. You have the dreams of Joseph and the wise men. You have the vision that the shepherds saw. This idea of dreams or visions are there in the Nativity story, and I wonder if we're looking for them in our life. Are we open to them? To God speaking to us, in dreams. Anyway, I think that's all of the main context, we have for Joseph. He was there for the Nativity. He was there when Christ got circumcised. And when Christ was a boy at the temple, that's all we really know about him. But the story of Christ as a kid at the temple, I think again shows some concern that Joseph had for Jesus. That he thought of Jesus as his actual son. And it's funny because Joseph had to adopt Jesus as his actual son, so Jesus could live his life, die on the cross, and God can adopt us as his sons and daughters. Anyway, just some thoughts, on one of my favorite unsung heroes of the Nativity story. You guys take care. Peace. Can't remember if I said this earlier, so you guys get a little bonus video. One of my favorite Christmas memories was my dad singing in church for the special music. And he did a song called Joseph's Song. I think it's by Michael W. Card, but just hearing that song back then, even got me thinking back then a little bit. We're talking about 92, 93, I was still in high school, but it got me thinking about the importance Joseph had in the Nativity and how we overlook it some. At least that's my general, idea or concept. But, it's not metal at all, but if you want to look it up, it's Joseph's Song by Michael Card. Peace.